Well, I've stopped for a few seconds and we're going to do a quick open read and just see if it's going to tell us anything. So I'm going to use some gypsy cards, my Lenormand and a tarot. Yes, somebody's out there, Mr. Mickey, and it's okay. Somebody pulled in with towing a big camper trailer. Mr. Mickey, Mickey McMick. Hey, Mickey McMick, can you move over? Okay, so let's see what we have. First thing out is about money. Doesn't look to be a lot of money there. Money, message, a message about money. And yeah, an action taking place, somebody taking action when it comes to finance. The energy coming into it is about courts, judgments. For people. And the fishtails, the drama, okay, and action. So what's taking place today? A letter, communication. This looks like for America. It's my card for America in this deck. And an ending, a communication about an ending, something to do with finance, happenings, the courts. The challenge is, yeah, this abuse. An abuse that's been taking place when it comes to the younger generation. And what's being sold, you know, the merchant, what he's been trying to get away with. Are they going to do something for student loans? Maybe. We'll see. So potential outcome, where this is going to. Again, an end and a rebirth, perhaps. Something new started, changing something along the way because of a judgment. Extra information is about, authorities. I don't think it has to do with spiritual things in this case, so some type of an authority. Could also be the darker government, something to do with business. Moving forward. So something to do with finances, monies, courts, okay? Courts, or maybe it's the House of the Senate, but it looks more like the courts. And to do with business, some action taking place for business. So money, moving forward, judgments about an action for America, for adults and younger people. Okay, message about an ending. The courts with when it comes to desires, the fishtails of abuse that have been happening. A message for America when it comes to monetary restrictions could be, and an action that's going to take place with the communication. And when it comes to the younger generation, again about this abuse that these merchants are trying to do and ending some of these things that they've been trying to get to go forward. So let's see. So I'm going to pull the tarot and we'll look at a clarification read and see if it's going to give us something more on this, because I don't know what this is about. But there are so many things going on. You know, I'm not privy to all of them, the ins and outs of what's happening with all this stuff. But at the center of it is an agreement. There's an agreement. When it comes to an end, could be an end of an agreement, and there is a tower moment. So something looks like pretty big going down. When it comes to the end and the agreements, there is something that's been hidden. Let's see what that is. About tempering things. So somebody behind the scenes is trying to temper this. They're in this fight. When it comes to a tower moment, they're not giving up. They're continuing to push. And it affects the world. Now, it could just affect people's personal worlds or the world in general. But 9 out of 10, this is having something to do with like Bernie Sanders or, you know, the people that are fighting when it comes to monetary regulations. They're looking at the past, what's been offered up before, and want to temper it. They are sharing, they're continuing the struggle and the battle with this, sharing. And again, judgment. An agreement about a judgment when it comes to the situation that's affecting people's worlds and the world in general. Trying to figure out the next action. They're really ready to charge forward, continuing. They're figuring out a way to have a victory when it comes against the wealthy and, you know, holding on to money. A message about an action when it deals with the long term. And again, the wheel is turning. Dealing with these manipulations that have been going on, and they are in the fight for a new path, okay, and judgment, because people are strapped, okay, up. I don't know how this one got overturned, but it's about, you know, what's not being given, okay, what's being held back. So we'll have to see how this plays out. If anybody's got an idea what this could be about, let me know. But something is in the works. Maybe they're trying to work on, you know, the, not the tariffs, but the, credit card rates or something to do with that. But it's something to do with money, advocating for something better. Maybe trying to reinstigate some of the social programs or something, but or Social Security. But anyway, something to do with money. Trying to make it better. They're behind the scenes working to temper things. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.